Hey, yeah, no. Disco Elysium today. I know nothing about it. Nothing at all. I don't even know what the game is about. I've just heard a lot about it, and I thought, alright, why not? So, you know, I'm gonna play it. So yeah, I have no clue what to expect. So we'll, go to the song here. Shit. And we'll turn on the game's music. Sombrero, don't worry about it, man. If you plan on playing it, and this is gonna spoil it, don't watch. Alright, man. Okay, and I only just noticed this. That's really fucky. Hey, don't do that, OBS. You mind not? There we go. There it is. Cool. Going to do the same? No worries, man. Alright, well. Guess it's no time to dawdle around. Let's start. Ooh, select an archetype. The thinker, extremely intelligent, very bad at people, sensitive, magnetic personality but unstable, physical. Create my own. I'm gonna create my own. Alright. Let's, you know what, let's subtract everything here real fast, just so I have everything here. Let's do a talker. Let's do someone who's really good at talking. So let's do, like... Let's do something like this. Yeah? I'm thinking this. Yeah. Oh, signature skill, huh? Keep morale up. Understand others. Intimidate. Connect to Station 41? Charm men and women. Play the puppet master. Look, I have no clue, Emma. I know nothing about it. I've just heard it's really, really cool. Oozle, thank you. Started thinking about man-ass? I'm always thinking about man-ass. Ooh. You know what, let's be empathetic. The Furies are at home in the mirror. It is their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown. Okay.
There is nothing.
Ooh.
Only warm primordial blackness. Your conscious ferments in it. No larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Okay.
Ever. Never, ever. Never, ever, ever, baby. An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What's that about?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a pool of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
I want to know about the X thing.
Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyssopelagic zone.
Well, alright. I like life, even though it hurts.
Do you really?
The pain of life is what makes it better in the end.
You wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had to bludgeon yourself into oblivion?
I don't
Did
know
you
when the
not
disco
send
is.
yourself marinating, poured so much over yourself, got a bit carried away, did we, Chef?
Fear and apprehension. You should ask what's out there first. What's waiting
There's
for
this
me?
giant ball there, in evil apes, and the evil apes are juking it out on the ball. You're one of them. It's basically all just evil apes juking it out on a giant ball.
How big is the ball?
You can't even make out it's a ball when you're juking it out. It's that large.
How small are the apes?
Infinitesimally small.
And this duking it out I keep hearing about. What's that?
Vying for resources is a stupid expression you picked up somewhere. The part of the presentation you want to take home with you is this. You have to beat the other evil apes in the face, or you lose.
That's pretty sad.
Yes, it is. And you drowned in that sadness a long time ago.
What do you mean drowned?
You lost.
No, it's just another Tuesday. Show can confirm. This is normal. Yeah, what's that? Magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red. Someone tore out the tape. My tie's up there. You know what? Let's put on the pants. Put that on. Alright. It says whirling and rags on the aluminum key ring. There's a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. Should open the door. I'm a gross ass motherfucker. Bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer, and sweet liquors. I can't turn off the sink? That's my fucking water bill, man. Hold on. Can I turn off the sink? Fuck. Take the shirt, I guess. Water bill doesn't matter, it seems. What's in the mirror? The mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor. Let's wipe off the mirror. As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort! You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you'll see there, and you will never unbecome it. Well, we're gonna wipe the mirror. Behold! You have no idea who this thing is, do you? This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Or wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why? I have no idea why it's there. It is. Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself. I'm gonna keep making the face. You can't, can you? It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You've worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off. What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey? Considering his head pulling it off too. That has been kind of way. There's some charm to it. Sure. There might have been 10 years ago. It's a little more than a cadaverous spasm now. Wait, Formidable 13. Dig deep in your mind and locate the source of the expression. Sure. Well, fuck it. Yeah. Let the mirror be for now. Interesting. Where did I get a Bongo Cat emote? Oh. Never mind. I think that's one of the holiday ones. I do want my tie. Hey, the fan has two pulled switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been co-signed there as a punishment? You feel as if though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck, so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world. Alright, we'll grab the tie. Damn, you reach out to grab the tie, but what's this? Diffuse radiating chest pain. Doom comes over you. What? Feel something in your chest, an unnatural pressure. It's spreading to your left arm, your jaw. I'm guessing this is bad. Very, very bad. This is the end bad. All you feel is pain and weakness. You have to surrender now. We all do. It gets so dark. You don't even see your face like you always thought you would. You only see pain and fear. Whoa! Alright. We're alright. Okay. I had 1 hit point? Damn. Cop suffers final heart attack. A detective lieutenant of the RCM passed away yesterday. His death, though abrupt, did not come as a surprise to those who knew him. He was the heaviest drinker I ever met, Captain Ptolemy Price, the deceased superior officer commented. That ain't easy on the ticket. He loved his liquor, sure, said Detective Chester McLean, friend and colleague, but I think before he even had a heart attack, his heart was broken. According to an official statement given by the RCM, the officer was on the brink of solving a murder case. What? Alright. I mean... Alright. Sure, okay, we're just gonna do, like, good that... Yeah, we'll do a more average Joe. Game audio could be lowered a bit or mine raised. 1 sec. How's this? I mean, I guess we'll see how it is when the game gets a little louder. Alright. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna go back to how I was. I liked how I was, even though I was frail as shit. Let's try this again. I'm gonna be empathetic. Oh. And if that fails, then I'll try something else.
There is nothing.
Okay, yep. We already talked.
And an audience amount of time.
And
Is that X
awareness
something?
creeps up on you.
I want to know about it. Let me
Let
go.
Really?
Let me
You
off.
wouldn't like it if I told you what was back there. Why'd you think you had your blood?
What's waiting
There's
for
this
me?
giant
How small are
inn
the apes? How
and
big
it
is the
can't
ball?
even make up fine
Duking
for
it out?
resources. It's
That's
a
sad.
stress
What do you
in
mean
your
drown?
life.
Alright. Like if I were empathetic in real life? I'd like to think I'm at least a little bit. Could be wrong, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, let's get dressed, shall we? Alright, let's grab the tie, or the shirt. Again, the overly pronounced dick. It'd be like that, you know? Alright, I want to see if... Yeah. Wipe the mirror. We're gonna wipe the mirror still. A late stage alcoholic. Just is. I'll keep making the face. That. Damn. Alright, I'll let the mirror be. Yeah, it's an artistic choice, alright. Alright, we'll pull on the fan. We'll grab the tie. Neat. Oh, my picture down there's something. Someone tore out the tape. Reel-to-reel player still rolling on empty. Oh, keys, right. What's in my pockets here? A disco-ass blazer, a white satin shirt, flare-cut trousers, and a horrific necktie. And my drunk-ass self. Or wait, calendar, what day is it?
Officer.
The year's 51, I assume 1951. It's March. The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. Her eyes are brown and her face is speckled with birthmarks. She can't be more than 28. Yeah, I won't bother her. This is the weekend edition of the satirical newspaper, Trompe de Le Mans. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Become an incel? No. Can I do that? I can? Interesting. Yeah, I know nothing about the game. So this is a total just blind. So far I'm liking it though. It's really cool. It's got some really cool, it's got a really cool style. That's where the lyrics would be. It's a big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. I'm not gonna become an incel. The speaker's connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static. You should totally sing karaoke here. The first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know of your vast, oceanic soul. My soul is immense. Utterly, and it needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people. What should I sing when I come to it? You've not yet stumbled on the right lamentation, but it's out there. It'll come to you. You'll wreak havoc with it, don't worry. I was thinking I could sing something happy. No, don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. Alright, I have to find something sad to sing. Okay. Hey, guy. You'll donate 2 subs if I become an incel? We'll see what happens. Cafeteria manager. A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a stuffed seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance and looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes, even though he's purposefully ignoring you. Look at the stuffed bird. A competent work of taxidermy, the white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. Something about it makes you feel bitter. Can I help you with that?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy? He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead. Alright, I won't bother him anymore. The menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written. A water cooler, Oh, what's that? The sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for Union members. Doors open at 1600. This royal pinball machine is unplugged.
Hello, sweetie.
Hello.
You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
Alright. Kim Kitsuragi, a bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down, the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You're sure of this, but why? Yeah, I'll shake his hand.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
You realize he's waiting for your name. I'll make a name for myself, why not? Damn. Rafael Ambrosius Castillo. It's so cool. It's very cool, but won't I come off like a douche if I call myself that? It's very, very cool, but maybe just a too ostentatious. My name is Rafael Ambrosius Castillo.
Yes, well.
He doesn't even process what you just said, just moves on.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
You mean him?
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
I
Okay,
haven't.
We'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case.
Okay.
Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Dead body? No?
So the body is still in the tree.
This was the first time you detect weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It's obvious he would have preferred for the body to be no longer in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking to the owner.
What if I told you? Okay. But I can't remember anything. He looks at you for a moment in silence. I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you're still drunk now, but I've seen officers go through much worse. Much worse. If you need something for your headache, there's a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern. What are we supposed to do again? Talk to the manager, then go out back and take the body down. Alright, let's do it. After you, officer. Wait, shouldn't I have a badge or something? It wasn't on me when I woke up. Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I advise you try and locate it as quickly as possible, but getting the body down should still take precedence. Alright. We'll do body, and then I'll report my badge missing. Alright. The man with the unimpressive beard notices you approaching. He drops the ledger he was holding and turns to the lieutenant.
Mr. Gart, right? You run this place.
Kim glances into his notebook. Okay.
I am Kim Kitsuragi from Precinct 57. This is an inter-district investigation, so joining me from Precinct 41...
He looks to you, realizing he still doesn't know your name. As I said, Detective Rafael Ambrosius Castillo.
Right. Now, I know it took us a while to arrive at the scene. It also took you a while to call us and report the dead body. It was you who placed the call, yes?
No, I only just got here. It was probably Sylvie who called you. She usually works the bar here. I'm only temporarily taking over her duties.
Do you have her number?
As a matter of fact, I do.
Looks behind a pile of coasters, finds a slip of paper, and hands it to the lieutenant.
You said you just got here. From where? Are you a local?
What? Of Martinez? No, I live in Jamrock. I only sometimes come here to keep an eye on the place. This is just one of the many, many cafeterias I manage.
But you still know your way around, yes? In case we need directions.
Yes, I know where some things are, but as I said, I don't live here. I just used to work here, and I'm not going to start working here again, if that's what you think.
I didn't imply that. Detective? It's your
What?
turn.
Oh, you mean questions?
Yes, he means, do you have questions for me, like a police officer would?
The cafeteria manager's clearly agitated again. Where exactly is the body? Behind this building, there's a courtyard. He points to the kitchen behind him. They hoist him up on a tree there. And how do we get there? That's easy. See the door there? He points to the west. First exit through that, then to your right, you should see a big hole in the fence, a really, really big one. You can get to the courtyard through there. No need for the keys. The hole's big enough for Franco-Hungarian cavalry to fit through. I don't know. I don't feel like doing names right. Does he want you to feel guilty of making that hole? It's implied in his voice. Huh. What's your problem with me? Why could I have a problem with you? You're a hero cop. You're being sarcastic. Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room? Oh, the dead body. I didn't actually get it down, did I? You're right, you didn't. It's only taken you 3 days not to. What have I been doing all the time? Have you seen me around? No, I haven't seen you around. I just got here, remember? He looks at you, and then the lieutenant. Was there anything else? Who killed him? I don't know who killed him. I'm not the police. That's your job. Did you kill him? Are you crazy? Of course I didn't kill him. Why did Sylvie go away? She went away because none of your business. Fine. Extra fine. Are you the bartender? No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager. He's very animated all of a sudden. This is clearly a touchy subject for him. What's the difference? I have 3 cafeterias I manage. 3. Get over it. Yeah, that's all. Alright, let's go. Not so fast, he points to you. You owe me 130 real. Or however you say that. I don't know, fucking accents and shit. Real? Eh. No one is saying the multi-pattern necktie you found tied to the ceiling fan can talk. No one. It must be merely imagination, but... Let's bail! Time to push the eject button. Sounds like a responsibility. You don't like those. What? No, don't listen to him. It's just madness. Just talk. What's real? Oh, excuse me. You owe me 130 real. He pronounces the R with a mock aristocratic accent. The IIR, or the intersolary real, is the global reserve currency. Whenever part of the world you're in right now, it's safe to assume he means you owe him some money. Oh, I understand. You mean I owe you money. Wow, you're a genius. Yes, that's right, money. You owe this establishment 130. He points to the red ledger on the counter. What does that clown think he is? Arrest him! Can my Thai speak me twice? What do I owe this place for? Let's see. He dramatically turns a page in the ledger. 3 nights at a tariff of 20 real comes to 60 real. Then there's the window you annihilated. The hole in the window was the first thing I saw when I came to work, so don't try and tell me you didn't. That'll be 40 real in damages. Another thing you've annihilated is half the bar. You've run a tab of 30 real. Actually more, but we'll round it down to 30 for your hard work maintaining the stability and order of whatever. That's 60 plus 40 plus 30. 130. And yes, real is still money. But what exactly is money? What are you, a philosopher? Actually, I might be. Money is what grown-up people used to pay for things. Things like a hostel room, or, he peeks into the ledger, or 8 bottles of potent blend and 9 packs of Royal Extra. We use it for everything, really. Where do I get it from? Are you serious? From your work? I don't know. You can take bribes, I guess. He looks at Kim. I'm sorry, I don't think cops take bribes. Some do take recomp... whatever. Recomp. The lieutenant is dead serious, but only to survive. Why do I need it? For survival to pay me, unless you want to become a hobo. Do you want to become a hobo? There's nowhere else to stay in Martinez and it's cold spring outside. Money doesn't make you happy, but it lets you be unhappy for a little while longer. If you run out of money, you die. It's like that for me, all of us. Me too. That's why I need you to pay me. He stops and says, mostly to himself, I'm not an asshole. I don't think I have any money. There's a shuffle of nylons. Lieutenant Kitsuragi looks for something in his pockets of his orange bomber. That's cop 4. I haven't offered to pay because I don't have any money either. Did I just hear my Ty speak to me twice? No one's saying that. No one is saying that Ty can talk. That'd be ludicrous. It's just that you should arrest him. It would be wiser. He wants to take your money. I'm gonna tuck this tie away. The lieutenant watches you fiddle with your horrific tie, the sweat stains forming under your armpits. He puts a hand on your shoulder. You don't have the money, it's okay. None of us are in this for the wages. What happens now? He turns to the lieutenant. I'm sorry, but he has to pay. I can't let him stay here longer if he doesn't. If he doesn't have the money by tonight, then... well, he shrugs. Officer, maybe you're better off working this from home now. You live in Jamrock, right? It's not that far away. I don't remember where my home is. Officer, a pattern of creases appears on his forehead. You really need to take this up with your station. I have a shortwave radio in my car. Call them, ask for assistance. We have to get this investigation started now. The man wants to say something, then thinks better of it. Good luck. By the way, where is home? The address is coming up blank and this place sure isn't. Don't remember. But you've been at this hostel cafeteria for only 3 nights. Where were you before? You had to be somewhere. Far away? In time or space? Both. Doesn't sound like somewhere you can stay if you run out of money. Could I trace the way back somehow to the exact street? Yeah. You can try. Run some addresses in your head when you get the time. Maybe a street or an apartment will appear. Okay. Huh. Okay, so I sing karaoke, inspect the body, report my badge missing, who made the call reporting a crime, and pay for damages. Okay. A woman handwrote yesterday's menu. Today's starts in a man's handwriting. Alright. So he's telling the truth about Sylvie, I guess. Doors bolted, a sign reads, kitchen reserved for personnel until 1300. Alright, well, let's go use the radio, I guess. Oh, I can... okay, neat. Heap of snow melts in this wheelbarrow. The street sign reads, "Fuck the police." Pigs go home. The street name is illegible. I see. Well, I can radio about my missing stuff. Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and the white livery bearing the numbers 57. Man, I'm having trouble speaking. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. This must be in the infernal machine that tore you from Oblivion. From Oblivion. Yeah, let's open the door. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge. Pick up the radio. The frequency tableau lights up, and the green button labeled Prime Line glows like a feline eye, and then you hear something. The soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static. This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you? Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st Precinct here. I'm putting him on. Hi, Alice. This is the officer from 41st Precinct speaking. Nice to meet you. This is Officer Alice Demerit, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? A voice replies on the radio. Connect me to the 41st. I have something I need to report. Just a second. She puts you on hold, static crackling softly like a bonfire. After a while, you hear an old man greet you from the radio. His rattly voice is oddly familiar. O2, 10-5, this is 41st. Come in, over. A scrawny old man sits in a dusky cubicle, smoking with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with an array of wires and antenna. The radio switchboard. The man uses relay code. You got this, you're a cop, and cops know relay code. 10-4, Station 41. I've got urgent business. Over. 10-4, message received. 10-5, what's your status? Over. Just reporting in. Over. 10-18, state your message, sir. I need to report my badge missing. 10-9, over. My badge, I can't find it anywhere. Basically, it's gone. 10-4, message received. This is a very serious situation. I need to 10-22 the captain. Over. It's him? A dry voice asks in the background. What does he want? Says he lost his badge and needs to report it. He what? He lost his badge? Who lost his badge? Dick fucking Mullen, who do you think? It's Officer Dick. He tries to speak through laughter. Mullen from bestseller Dick Mullen and The Lost Identity. Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself immediately, laughing at you. Like I'm the first cop to ever misplace his badge. He says this has probably happened to other policemen before him, and laughs sarcastically. Oh god damn it, he's fucking kidding. The whole station's gonna be dicked for this. Satellite Officer Viquamer is wondering if you might be joking, and adds that this tarnishes the reputation of the entire station. Over. Can we just move on? I want to get it reported and be done with it. 10-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make note here that you're in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over. Fuck me, Mac. Come here, you've got this. Dick Mullen lost his badge. What's going on? Super Cop here lost his badge. Lost what now? His badge! He lost his goddamn fucking badge! Could you please stop for a moment? He asks you to please stop saying he lost his badge. Why did he find it? The room at the other end of the line erupts in volcanic laughter. Sergeant Torson's wondering if you found your badge yet. Over. You don't have a comeback. Sorry, it's hard to think like this. He's not replying. Looks like he's still looking for it. Alright, I have other things. 10-9, come again. Didn't get that. Over. The animated conversation in the back is making it difficult for him to hear you. New heights, even for Captain Sober. Ask him if he lost his gun, too. Sergeant Torson wants to know if you lost your gun, too. Over. You check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? Okay, it's gone. Your gun is most definitely gone. Don't sweat it, Bratton. Don't sweat it, Bratton. You don't need a gun to have fun. We can still have fun. It's not over. 10-9, come in, officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. I didn't lose my gun. Yeah! Lying over the phone? It's easy. Just say like it's truth and becomes it. Nah, of course I didn't lose my gun. He says he didn't. Thank God for that. That would have been a nightmare. I don't even want to imagine the poor prick who has to relay that kind of news to the captain. Losing his badge is bad enough. Tell him to find it, and fast. We can't have some gangbanger running around with it. Okay, I gotta find my gun. Well, I'm glad to hear you've not lost your gun, officer. Do you need further assistance? Over. This might sound odd, but there's personal details I'd like to discuss. Okay, 10-4, sir, I hear you. Relay your question, over. Wait, before you say anything stupid, think it through. I need information, not fear. Be smart about this. Ask if he's there alone. 10-4, sir, I'm not hearing your question, the radio operator inquires again. Please refer to me with my full name in the future. Stop calling me sir and use my real goddamn name, will you? What is it? Can you possibly still want from us? Seems to be intoxicated and keeps asking me to call him by his name. Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive, that's new. Wrap it up, don't indulge his drunken antics. Hey. Well, are you alone in the room? Alright. That's a negative, sir. I've got a 10-12. Alright. Well, what is it? He's still on the line? He wants to verify the information on his badge. But of course it says Dick Mullen, High General of the Revoclan Cavalry Force. Tell him to stop wasting time. Where's my address? 10-4, your address? Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fucking know where he lives. Did I hear that right? Seems like it, sir. No, fuck him. Don't tell him anything. You understand? He's been hellbound for the gutter. Let him have it. Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? News about my family? 10, excuse me, sir. Over. You probably don't want to continue on this road. Nothing. Never mind. Yeah, let's wrap this up. Alright. Yeah. 18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay, a booth, a small crowd is gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pedot, around a dozen cops. The room is filled with cigarette smoke, a buzz with laughter when the officer Judith Minnow enters. Her left arm is in bandages and her hair trimmed short. What's going on here? Did something happen? She asks, startled. Jean Vickermeyer turns to her and says, what happened is my partner made contact and it's not good. He's lost his badge. She seems confused. Delirious, even. Stops to reflect. Back the torso Torson is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely, and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester McLean, near the entrance. Suddenly, he interjects. Yeah, Mullen was fucked alright. Sounds fucking drunk to me. The tall ginger on his right still has tears of laughter in his eyes. Yeah, Mac's right. There's some pretty gnarly shit there. Satellite Officer Vickermeyer bites down on his knuckles. Enough! He shouts across the room. The commotion dies down. All eyes turn to him. None of this is funny. It's fucking sad, that's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us. God damn. Minot looks at her neatly polished black shoes. There's a quiet firmness to her voice when she says, we must help him. Yeah, how do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning, get him on carrot juice? He's a lost man! I just know I can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't. The crowd in the room has started fidgeting uncomfortably. Someone is trying to slip out unnoticed. Mac, man the door, he gestures, Torson to block the doorway, then turns to Minot. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those are his words. He sighs heavily and turns to address the room. This shit does not leave this room. Not a word of this to the captain nor anyone else. We'll give him a couple days to pull this shit together. Old boy lights another cigarette and says, I guess I can hold off the report for a few days. Good. Vickermeyer turns to the others. Okay, everybody, nothing but a prank call here. We all got our laughs, now get back to work. Far north on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches his hand in the motor carriage. What's in the toolbox? The metallic drawer slides out from under the seat and clicks into place. The tools inside are neatly organized. Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long case. I'm not protective of my tools like some men are. He's clearly a little protective of his tools, but what can you do? Work is work. We'll take out the flashlight. It's robust, weatherproof, and well-made. Police issue blue. Let's see. You see things in the dark you'd otherwise miss. We'll take the pry bar as well. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Heavier than you'd think. Useful for opening all sorts of doors and lids. And let's take the chain cutters. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap go the cutters in your hand. Alright. Alright, let's close the door and leave. This is interesting. I like it. It's weird. I like it. I think that's the hole he was talking about. You see a set of tire tracks and the brown slush that covers the plaza mosaic. Why am I looking at this? What kind of vehicle? Reconstruct the movement. Ah. The tire tracks were left here by an unknown event that took place some days ago. It's a message written in the language of burnt rubber. Okay, so start, crash, reverse, turn. Okay. Some of that rubber stuck to the tiles right in front of the whirling and rags. This is a point A. The driver started here. Then accelerated straight into the fence, left a hole big enough for the Franconis... whatever cavalry, according to the cafeteria manager. Why that pang of guilt again? Hole in this fence doesn't look that huge. Okay, what happened next? The driver proceeded to back out of the yard, barely stopping before hitting an adjacent building. Before heading south. Must have been in a hurry. Car drove to the fence. You're correct, this is a rather motor carriage-friendly city. Somehow that makes you feel scared. You don't know why. It's connected to the case? Not sure. There are plenty of traffic accidents waiting to happen in Martinez. With the jam right here in the roundabout, I'd keep them separate. I think I got it. Hey kid. Fuck off.
Kono's got this!
The boy throwing rocks at the dead body can't be older than 12. If there's ever such a thing as an ugly kid, then this is it. He's almost exquisite in his ugliness. Like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, never comfy, Kuno.
Hey kid, a word. Police business.
Right in the dick, Kuno. Get him right in the dick.
The children ignore you.
Love it in the dick!
The boy is sweating profusely. His eyes are like two black holes, and his jaw is twitching as if he's trying to break free from the empire of his body. Stop throwing rocks at my crime scene.
Kuno. Yeah, right in the mouthful.
These kids fucking suck. They pay you no heed or pretend not to notice you.
The shit himself!
Jesus.
The rake, Kuno. You should throw the rake at him, Kuno.
The fuck does Kuno know what a rake is? Kuno's not a gardener!
I fucking hate kids, but man, this is worse. Cam, what should we do?
Shouldn't do anything. I don't tempt such forces.
I see what you mean, but we've got a little choice
Just
here.
take it easy.
You
The
could
fuck
sibling.
are you talking about?
He's calling us Kuno. He says we're fucking each other.
Look, I have
All right.
questions.
Entertain the Kuno. Show me what you got. What you got there? What you got, huh? Show me what you got.
The body, what do you know about it? Shitload pig, what's your question? Don't tell the pig shit, Kuno. I don't have questions. Whatever, I'm off. Smells like spoiled meat and curdled dairy. Human being decomposes. The hangman. The corpse looks at you with bulging white eyes. The face around them does not look human. It's swollen, ready to burst. His lips are fish-like, and his tongue like a ball gag in his mouth. You seem to be holding your breath. A Cargabot twists his neck at an unnatural angle. The body below appears stiff. It's letting out an ungodly rot. The smell seeps in even through your clenched nostrils. God, what is that? Why is it so bad? Active decay. The lieutenant raises a white piece of linen up to his nose. It's okay to throw up, officer. No one is judging. He's about to blow! The cops are gonna blow, Kuno! Yeah. The smell is repulsive. It pushes in from your mouth, more instant and more familiar than anything you'd expected. More fever than odor. It fills your mind, flushing you from within. Better let it out. Alright. Oh, those were guttural noises I didn't want to hear. You feel a great force wringing you from the stomach. Your body curls and pushes out, burst by burst, until a pool of vomit lies under your feet and your throat stings from the stomach acid. A fucking corpse. Lieutenant hands you a blue checkered handkerchief. Keep it, he says. Thanks. The hangover is clearly making this worse for you. You could use some ammonia, clear your head. Think ammonia would help? Can handle the headache, he nods. Some officers use it to deal with the cavernine odor. Where do we get it? There's Frit nearby, used to the hostel. They usually have a small apothecary. If they don't, he points to the greenhouse. There's a greenhouse here, and the gardener with a wheelbarrow in the corner of the whirling and regs. If she works here, she might have something for the smell. Alright. Well, looks like I gotta go talk to the gardener. Oh, I can run.
The RCM in Martinez? What can I help you with?
I have some questions.
Of course. What can I help you with?
My partner told me you may have ammonia. Can I have some? Sure, I'm done with it. She takes a small capsule out of her breast pocket and hands it to you. Go easy on the stuff. It gave me a terrible headache. I have to run. Alright. Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all. Can I borrow your gloves? Sure, keep them. Yeah, I have another pair. She hands you the rubber gloves with no visible annoyance. Thank you. Alright, cool. She's cool. We'll put those on. Okay. Kid's ladder is rickety but still climbable. Wouldn't hold the weight of a grown man. This winch mechanism's been oxidizing for some years. There's several footprints in the mud left by work boots. Anywhere from 6 to 12 pairs have walked here. Damn. What kind of boots? Heavy workers' boots with reinforced toes and hobnails all over the yard. Lieutenant, workers' boot tracks. Noted. The lieutenant takes out his little notebook. Letter R wears a crown on the ribbon below, a light above descending. This is the logo of the Municipality of Revachol. Alright. What about you, kid? Don't really want to talk to you.
The pig's getting pretty close to me. Come to snuff my shit out, I think. Looks like it's time for me to go, Kuno. Pig's come to take me in.
I just want to ask you some
I'm
questions.
going away for a long, long time, Kuno. Going away for life.
What's going on there? Fuck are you trying to pull, pig?
What is this kid shit? Fucking mind games. I'd rather die than squeal.
Get the fuck out of here, face!
I fucking hate kids. Ugh. Alright, well. God damn it. I used the ammonia. I didn't need to hear that again. Legendary failure. The ammonia only makes it worse. The ammonia didn't help at all. The weight is reassuring, like a krenel on solid fortification. Pat, pat, pat. Seen strong men turn themselves inside out for hours. You're facing tough odds here. Alcohol withdrawal makes it considerably harder. Ugh, do without me, I just can't keep it down. No, this is a two-man assignment because it needs 2 officers to complete. I need your help. Ugh. You need to get your shit together. Okay. We should go talk to locals, find something else to do while the wind changes. It's pretty bad right now. Receive a thought when this dialogue is over. To go to your thought cabinet and equip it. Okay. Okay, well, let's just go this way, huh? We'll leave the kids alone. Looks like I'm going this way. Alright. Yeah, okay, whatever. We'll just... I guess we'll talk to locals.
I'm a gander and a hunter and a gatherer. Feel like a traveler.
The man mutters to himself, accenting the beats as he goes. Simple little cadence, he seems to be making it up as he goes.
From another planet.
He finishes and turns to you. Oh, what's going
What's
on
the
here?
jam, my man?
He motions towards the sprawl of lorries and sweeping gesture.
It's a traffic jam for
Gesture.
the ages. Harbor gates up the street are shut tight. No explanation given. Workers on strike, scabs agitating, an all-around clusterfuck. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days. Upon days.
Limbo, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
It's official. He too agrees. This is the antechamber of the afterlife. So, how long you been
Feels
here?
near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires, the oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine. It's been a whole week already.
Damn. Behind the laugh, however, a touch of sorrow.
So tell me, what do you need?
Tell me more about the strike. It's like whatever's going on the docks, workers got a blockade set up, making demands, no way in or out. What's the union demanding? Some pretty wild stuff I hear, like giant new power crane, and half the company, I forget what exactly. Good on them, I guess. I've heard talk about there's a company rep in town too, like a strike negotiator type. They'd know what's up, precise demands and so on. Oh yes, from the Wild Pines, he takes note. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure. What do you think the company wants? They want to keep that money flowing, my man. He makes a ka-ching sound. Anything else, he thinks? Yeah, this ain't really my area of expertise. I just do my job and get paid. I have things to do and places to be. All of us do. All of who? Us lorry drivers. Camioners. A few still hang around here waiting for this mess to end. Most have scurried off somewhere to get drunk or high or laid. He smiles awkwardly. Not that I blame him, really. Not you? Not my thing. Chasing transient pleasures is a drag these days. I prefer the examined life now. Thinking, reflecting, observing. He glances down the road towards the horizon. A glint of something in his eyes. Huh? Sudden financial duties snap him out of his daze. No. I ain't got any money. They don't pay for unfinished work. They who? The bosses, man. Makes sense. Makes sense? It sucks is what it does. Maybe don't tell people the people they don't like are actually right. Know anything about the dead man? He ain't one of us drivers, I know that. All accounted for. Otherwise, I haven't really asked about that. Been wasting time right here. Keep him busy. It's easy to see he's telling the truth. He kept his nose out of the dark stuff. Busy with what? Analyzing the fundamental structure and psychological conditions of being stranded in the midst of a sea of motor lorries and their sad, despondent chauffeurs. And your conclusion? A sense of surprise, there ain't more bodies hanging from more trees. What are you hauling anyway? Oh, some high-grade narcotics, illegal firearms, stuff like that. Time to arrest him. Okay, what are you actually hauling? Can't even get a few jokes past you, my man. He grins. I got another haul of FALN cargo. Mostly sporting goods, tracksuits, and that kind of thing. They usually get shipped to Grad in the Occident, though we've been making headway to the Ilmaran market lately. Ilmaran market lately. So nothing illegal then. Not unless they're illegalized sports equipment while I was on the road. That your machine? This rockin' beauty? He points to the lorry with his thumb. Sure is, like a rash you can't get rid of. You interested in heavy-duty cargo machinery? A motor lorry, also called a camion. On Kailu and neighboring islands, this one looks roughed up enough to be a sort of FALN rust bucket. Maybe the A6? Got an A6 you got there? Good eye, my man. Yup, she's an old one, but reliable. He gives the side of the lorry a friendly knock. Me and her spent a long time together. There it is again, a little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he spent too long in this lorry. Did I get one of those tracksuits you're hauling? We're pals and all, but I can't just freely hand out the merchandise. The bosses won't be happy. Right, I had another question. What do I see in his eyes? In his eyes, a half-familiar longing. Flecks of brown and gold. It's hard to say. His gaze wanders southwest down the street that goes beyond the horizon. What's in the southwest? Excuse me? He emerges from the reverie. Hell, I get longing. I've felt something similar since I woke up. Man, he sighs. I don't know what to say. Not much anyone can do. There's no hope in an absence, you know? I miss my family. They're all I have. My wife, second kid all the way, waiting all the way into Aura. And here I am, stuck in this shit, so far from home. The Aura? The Aura of the Seven Seas. It's on the other end of Lakeu. Pretty much on another island called Laurentide, off mainland. We got a little place there. I can almost hear my kid laugh when it snows. What's it like to miss someone? What's it like? Good and bad. An ache that brings you joy. He smiles warmly. I think of them a lot. I dream up these silly scenarios in great detail of living with them. It comforts me. There's a pause and a sigh, then he turns his eyes to you. What about you, cop man? You missing someone? Is that what this is? This feeling? I miss someone, but I don't know who it is. I feel for you, my friend. It's bad enough to know who you miss. Missing like that doesn't feel like it has much of an upside. But thanks for this. It's nice to talk to someone. I know it wasn't easy to talk. He smiles. I hope you find your way through your own troubles. Alright. I'm good. Good talk. Don't be a stranger. He gives a salute with 2 fingers. Okay. Goods from the lorry haphazardly litter the surroundings.
Welcome to Revachol.
Nonsense, a rotund man. The remark isn't addressed to you, it's addressed to Kim. Oh, he's racist. Great. Why are you addressing my partner like that?
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in this city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you.
I'll let Kim take care of this one.
It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Alright, I don't want to deal with this. Well, I can't fucking read it. Jump Jams, a popular music mag. A glossy magazine, the most able-bodied men. This issue hosts the top 10 list. Frit! Sick. I don't know what that says. Ooh, money.
Scab?
Asks a man, jolly-eyed, tilting his head. What exactly is a scab?
A kind of a worm, content with mere survival. They come, they want to do our job for shittier pay, screwing over both themselves and us. Everybody loses.
You don't seem to like them much.
Gotta be bloody stupid or freaking evil to Scab. Or I guess, scared maybe. But scared of what? Of who?
He looks at the mask, squinting his eyes as if trying to ascertain what they're scared of.
Personally, I'd rather beg than Scab. If the gentleman shouting on the street came begging, maybe they'd have gotten something.
Have you tried talking to them?
We've explained the matters, but they don't listen. This lot would be reasonable and go home if the big guy wasn't riling them up all the time.
Anyway, I'm not a scab, I'm a cop.
I was just messing with you. No one's ever seen a cop scab. Imagine, you cops going on a strike, but then another cop comes in and says, let us cop for less money. Speaking of, what brings the RCM here, to the Wild North? Come to see the strife?
I've come investigating a murder. Murder, huh? That sounds like a lot of hard work. You never see me investigating murder. I have no idea what I'm doing. He whispers back, that's okay, I have no idea what I'm doing either. I don't even know what day it is. He thinks and then decides, don't tell me. It's a better day that way. I need to know what's behind these gates. I'm exploring. My friend, I respect the right to roam. The open range awaits. He gazes over the roundabout with a glint of longing. Does this mean you can let me through the gate? I don't operate in that capacity. I'm not a granter of passage. He takes a swig and points up the stairs with his flask. The passage grants itself. Beneath the jolliness, he suddenly seems doubtful. That's simple. I just walk in? I walk right past Measurehead and go in. Past Measurehead. Yeah, the 2.5 meter tall Seminese supremacist there. He points to the bridge above the gates. Walk right past him. Right! Then press the button to unlock the door. Uh-huh. Then go past him again. Okay. And then you enter the harbor through the office. Esta! For some reason, that doesn't seem like it's going to be that easy. Don't worry, I'm sure it's not completely impossible. For example, you could best measure head in physical confrontation. No, I couldn't. I'm a frail bitch. Or you can convert his Seminese supremacist worldview, or he strokes his mustache. Maybe it actually is completely impossible. Saying the scabs tried converting his worldview. Jean-Luc himself would say the philosophy is proven, overly heroic for the scabs to convert to. Not enough intuition. Has anyone ever bested him? Not yet, no. He fixes his eyes on you, evaluating your prowess. He's incredibly strong. Got it. Sure. Got any money? Sure thing, my friend. I can help you out. He flips a coin towards you. I'll catch it. Nice. Coin lands your hand as if it has always belonged there. The swallow returns. Appreciated. Always glad to help out the RCM. Shame I can't do more. Things are meager at the moment due to... He nods towards the protesters. You know, the winter's fat is slowly running out and all. Still better than scabbing, though. The union has problems getting by. Nothing to worry about, really. The jam's a bit of a mess. Cargo can't get in or out. The rationing's a bit stricter is all. Supplies should last the strike, though. Every little bit helps, you know. I was glad to help out when possible. Not like these Slytherin scabs. He looks at them in disbelief. What's the strike about anyway? You know, serious business. He smiles. I'm sure the big boss would be glad to tell you. You'll have to ask him first. He's a chatty guy. Wants to talk about the strike. Return once you've met the union boss and are on a better footing with the organization. Blah. Alright, gotta get moving. Bizarre scientific news from Revacol West today, where a police officer's shit has been observed at a pressure of around 495 gigadecimals. These metallic hydrogen levels of shit togetherness were thought not to exist only at the center of collapsing stars, not law officials. It remains to be seen how long the shit singularity lasts. All endurance white checks unlocked to learning cap for endurance raised to 4. Alright. Well, we can always talk to the big dude, right? We don't have to fight him. Right? Hey, man. I just want to talk.
Your body betrays your degeneracy.
Yeah, Measurehead. His body totally betrays his degeneracy.
Oh, I'm not gonna get a talk, am I? Don't say anything. Size him up first. My body is unimportant. I'm with the police. We need to get into the harbor.
That is precisely the negligence that has led you to succumb to Al-Ghul.
His face contorts in disgust as if he were smelling a dead rat.
You reek of it. An invisible sword of Al-Ghul emerges from the throat. You cannot see it, but others can. It is making the woman in my company sick.
Al-Ghul?
Yes, Al-Ghul.
What is Al-Ghul?
Al-Ghul is an ancient Ilmaran poison, a parasitic fungus that has colonized your race. It is a trick the desert pygmies played on you for humiliating them and stripping them of their land.
Okay. Interesting. Intentionally fermented drinks have existed for 10,000 years. It's existed since the Neolithic.
This is a fabrication the alchemists of Yizot and Bashir and the Olam and Hul have fed. Go on believing in it. Raise loser.
I don't think that's how history works.
Why don't you have another drink? Your features are not yet.
Oh yeah, Measurehead.
Okay. This is going well for Measurehead. Kim, is it really that bad? Yeah, it's not good. It's like a rat crawled into your stomach, got drunk, and drowned. Damn. I don't have a problem with Al-Ghul, I just drink a little on the weekends.
Your mouth moves, but the one who speaks is Al-Ghul. You are but a vessel for the Ghul now. Very little of yourself remains. Occidental Haplogroup B4 is done giving orders around here. The influence of the Ham Sandwich race is reigning.
Show him the hand. Still got it. I'm not a drunk, I'm a cop. I just have a drink every now and then. Everyone does. First of all, let's make this clear. I'm not a drunk, I'm a cop.
The ethanol fungus is deep within your nervous system, pulling the strings. You are merely its pupa now. I see no hope for you or your kind.
Okay. Well, this race stuff is unimportant. I just need you to help me do my job. Please.
Begging for help. Attempting to pass fear for cooperation. How far the Occidental Haplogroup has fallen. You were once a noble and powerful race. You gave the world eugenics, electricity, and powerful weapons of war like missiles and aerostatic aircraft. You made great gains in metallurgy, race theory, and statecraft.
Okay.
You dominated lesser cultures, like the deformed Hemians and the inexplicably potato-obsessed Quakers. But now your ascent to the genetic summit.
God, you're just an absolute whack, aren't you?
And with frivolous pop culture, you will be superseded. Isn't that right, babe?
Don't you fucking touch me.
It is, baby, yeah. You know it.
There's a button right behind him, just out of reach. Must be the one that opens the door to the harbor. You're right about all this. Now I just need to let you... I just need you to let me go into the harbor.
Enough with this begging. You should leave the stage of history with dignity by inviting the other races to a great world war.
Alright. Can we talk about how crazy this fucker is? Because, like, it's sort of awful that this exists. Like, that there are people like this who want war between races simply because they're different. Like, can we talk about how, like, that's real? And even though it seems, like, completely fucking whack, it exists. Yeah. Shit's fucked.
Bring your troops to the Seminole Islands and to Boogie Street, and we will pulverize you. When you are gone, we will build a museum for you. The walls will be lined with bottles of Al-Ghul, your beloved beverage. Inside, we will starve the oaths to homosexuality called art and your microcephalic skulls.
I'm not gonna subscribe to his advanced race theory. I do have a physical instrument. I could take the pry bar and hit him. It's a 3% chance though. What are those tattoos of yours supposed to mean? Racists are generally not very good examples of the race, he gestures towards the lorryman down the street. I'm not like them. I am cranometric perfection. I have taken the trouble of permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt. You sure I'm not superior to you? You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, it's just observation. Yeah, what else? It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs. This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer. You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur Le Clef and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi. What? Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same. All of you Falcons, your parents, their parents, made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al Ghul. It is the only reason you're here. Don't be vulgar. Whether or not this has to do with this, the race enigma runs much deeper than that. I see some friction there. He's keeping it well hidden, however. Yeah, you still serve them. Mr. Clare is a man of vision and means he has the will to confront polycultural capital, something your race, Nevistic communists, never did. Also, to serve is noble. It takes discipline. Your petulant individualism has only contributed to your race failure. It is lax and moronic. Communism's pretty cool. Idiotic communism is the single greatest contributor to your race's descent everywhere around you. The fruits of its failure challenge the world order. Individualism, rock and roll music, sexually transmitted diseases. Above all, rampant multinational finance still reigning large. Tell me, where have you gotten your love of pathetic communism from? Degenerate youth culture, rock and roll music? It's true, I'm a rock and roll star and a rebel. Rock and roll is moribund, only Kojikos listen to it anymore. There's no life left in it. My people abandoned it long ago. It leads only to neurodegenerative herpes and heroin overdoses. What? I'm not surprised you enjoy it so much. This has happened to many of the side products of the inevitable cultural victory of the Semines race. Wonderful. I need to enter the harbor now on police business. What you need is to come to terms with extinction and never getting into this harbor. Fine, we'll leave. Oh, it auto-saved.
Your race descent has only worsened since I last saw you. You have really let yourself go.
How does this happen? Your little fist in his giant hand, he's squeezing it, it hurts. I'm a cop. Yep. Okay. Yeah, help. Yep. Okay. We'll load up that. I just wanted to see if I could, you know, knock his ass out. Fine. That's probably the big boss, huh? What's up, fucker?
Bastards! We have a right to work!
Man yells towards the harbor gates. His voice is the loudest of the lot. And oddly screechy.
Hold up and stay frosty, everyone. Cops are here. You here to fuck with us? Beat the honest worker down?
Why should I?
We're here to fight for a cause. Stripes usually have problems with people who have causes. Ha! Couldn't handle us. A cause gives the workers strength, gives them power. We have a right to work. Besides, we're not that different. It helps the people see us talking. Cops and strikebreakers together. Shows authorities are on our side. Builds confidence.
I don't think I've chosen any side yet.
Don't let the fat bastards tread on you. Cops tend to side with the higher-ups, but you're essentially... I don't trust cops, but I can see you understand the right to work. Right to work.
I have some questions.
Maybe you should ask them the questions. Like why we're not allowed to make a living here. Shame on you! We have families to feed, you piece of shit.
So do we, scab.
You don't have any tips to punch a guy out, do you? Say a really big race theorist guarding a button? Learned by failure? Well, what exactly is your goal here? We were promised work. We'd be in there working if the bastards hadn't shut the gates. We're unable. Gates locked. Would take heavy ordnance to bust it open. Could try to get in through the secretary's office. Doors locked. The guards blocking the way to the access panel. I don't mean the scrawny masked punk either. He points to the dock worker idling on the staircase. I mean head measure or whatever he is. Considered storming in, like all of you? Why don't you go arrest them instead? I'm sure they've done pretty criminal shit. They all have that look. It'd be better for the neighborhood if you went home, at least for now, if you can't get in anyway. Alright. I don't want to be around any of these people. Everyone fucking sucks. Ours probably stored fuel here, now they store booze. Foreign car, kept in good condition. The small, wrinkled woman does not greet you. She nods along to something on her radio. A photograph is clutched in her hands, and there's a warm smile on her face. Hey, Clixty. The photo is an ambrotype from the turn of the century, as golden as her smile. It's the warmth of a winter night's fire. Maybe she could give you comfort and shelter? Some cigarettes and food money? Maybe she's your grandma? Excuse me, ma'am, I'd like to ask some questions. No response. Wherever this woman is, your words fail to reach her. Alright, well... It's a statue. Horseback monument. An old monument stands in the middle of the traffic island, pointing toward the sea. It looks as if it's been reassembled piece by piece, secured and mounted in the air with the aid of numerous ropes and rods. Who is it? A silver plaque on the statue's pedestal reads, "I am Philip III, the Squanderer, the greatest of the Philippine kings of Revachol, son of Philip II, the Opulent, father of Philip IV, the Insane." Not a good track record of mental health in that family. What did this king do? Even by the standards of Philippine kings, old stumptious Philip was known for his prolifigy. Well, he blew through the whole national treasury, starting the decline of one of the penultimate century's greatest superpowers. The suzerain of Revachol. His own... God damn! Some of these words! His own maladministration foreshadowed the fall of the monarchy during the cellular revolution to end his family line, the monarchy of the Insulated Isla. He managed to blow through the entire national treasury. Stories have it that he had his bedroom converted into a treasure chamber where he stored unfathomable wealth, cookerends, bars of gold, ornate weaponry, armor, and various chalices. He called it the Sol Arnhem. It was obscene. There were whispers he slept on a huge pile of gold-dipped feathers like some obese dragon instead of a bed like a normal person. That man certainly knew how to live. Deplorable farce. No wonder everything went to shit. But wait, you haven't even heard about his fabled cocaine addiction. The what now? You see, old Philip wasn't just good at squandering the national treasury on gold and ceremonial weaponry. He was also a prestigious snorter of nose candy. He was addicted to nose candy. Bloated druggie. That's what the revolutionaries said 150 years later, right before they emptied out the royal mausoleum and dumped His Majesty's mortal remains into the Insulated Bay. Where is he buried now? Beneath the cold waters of the Insulated Bay, thrown there by the revolutionaries after they cleaned out the royal mausoleum. What happened to the statue? The original was blown apart by communards, then further damaged during the landing of the coalition's airships during the turn-of-the-century revolution, when the Martinaise was leveled. Most historians think the coalition's hasty landing may have ultimately saved the statue. If the communards had more time, they would have reduced it up to even finer pieces. Who restored it? Some years ago, a group of liberal, artistically inclined individuals, designers mostly, thought it would be ironic to restore the statue of the most wasteful ruler of Revachol in the poorest part of the city. Wow. The statue is supposed to capture the moment it was blown apart, like an instant frozen in time, a rare butterfly, trapped in amber, floating on a sea of shit. That's, well, I wouldn't say funny, but it is nihilistic. People in Martinaise tend to disagree, and so do many prominent art critics, and though the leaders are more nuanced social awareness than the young ironists. Bold slogan, Humanox covers the truck. Wait, what's that? Yeah, I'll take the white tank top. Thanks. Oh wait, what's that? Grodd Factory of Magnets and Miracles U-49, a lorry stuck in the traffic jam. This big, heavy Grodd-style machine is well kept for such an old machine. Look in the window. The windows are clear, they've been recently washed. You can see a lorryman's cabin, personal belongings, stickers, insignia. What kind of stickers? The driver has adorned his space with a substantial collection of peculiar paraphernalia. Proclamations about honor, strength, and purity are glued to various panels. What about the back seat? The back end of the cabin has a small perch to sleep, large ashtrays. There's several suns and wheels sewn into the curtains. Racist nationalist paraphernalia. Not unusual in this part of town. Oh, I bet it's fucking Measurehead or whatever. Fuck that guy. I never checked this place out. Oh.
Welcome to Fripp. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What magazine
You mean
are you reading?
this?
She looks at the cover posting a colorful photo of two girls kissing.
This is Pop Stars. It's got like famous people in it. It's not for sale.
Looks like it's also has something called Police de la Mode featured on page 34. This speaks to you. I approve of this. Very futuristic. Lieutenant frowns at you before turning to the clerk with an apologetic half smile. I have some questions.
Okay, I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone, but...
But hell yeah, gay rights. Can you tell me anything about the dead body? I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... How long's it been there? I don't know, really long? Do you know the man who died? Not really? Not really? Does it mean you knew him a little? No, I didn't know him at all. What did you think happened? I don't know. No need to worry, the lieutenant's voice is soothing, professional. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around. If you hear anything, let us know. Okay? Okay. Thank you for your help. Alright, well... Pop song plays on the radio. Terror machine. Terror machine stands in the center. Sign says 1 bottle, 10 cents. What is this machine? Oh, it's a terror machine. Yeah, but what is it? She was brow confused. It's a machine for terror, you know. The terror outside like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, it gives you money. See, and how do I pick up terror for the terror machine? Need a bag, I guess? We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so... She shrugs awkwardly. Feel free to use it if you find bag, though. I'm sure there's some out there. She points outside, somewhere. Yellow roses, dozens of them. Tulips, too. Okay. Well... we could ask around and hear some more. Closed for winter, please use main entrance. Fine.
Hello again, sweetie. I see you met up with your colleague.
Lieutenant nods politely. Who's sweetie?
Why? You are an officer.
Maybe I am.
And have you found anyone to be sweet to?
I don't know. Maybe I have.
Rascal. I'm too old for you, and too married besides.
Your advances haven't thrown her off one bit. In another place and time, she would have probably welcomed your attention.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scatterbrained, I completely forgot to introduce myself. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
Her eyes glitter over the rim of her glasses as she looks up, smiling. This is Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot. I don't know if you've noticed, but I don't know where I am or what I'm doing or anything. Her eyes follow your movements with some concern. Yes, officer, you look rather dazed, like a stunned fox, but surely things can't be that bad. She won't judge you, no matter what you say. I drank so hard, I forgot literally everything. Oh my. It takes a moment to process. You know where we are, right? The Whirling and Race cafeteria? It was on my keys. That's right, the Whirling in Revachol? Yes, indeed, we're in the fine city of Revachol. I don't know diddly squat about Revachol. What kind of place is this? Her gray eyes widen. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful city in the world. We're fortunate to be here, you and I. I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Revachol is a rare jewel. This city used to rule the world, though it has seen better days. There's a pause as she studies your expression. You must look quite lost. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? It's the spring 51. That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded. Her relief is palpable. She's getting pretty worried about you there, but now she relaxes her shoulders. I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Okay. Probably democracy, but also there was like a lot of anti-cop stuff outside. We're living under a cop regime? Actually, she raises her finger, we are not. You could say that we're almost as any other nation, but not Revachol. Try one more time, officer. What mode of government? Damn. I was really hoping it would be cop world. Okay, let's see. Democracy? Nope, sadly not. We're under a special administrative union, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Coalition. We have no government of our own, and what democracy we have is market-driven. There's no government. How come there are cops? Oh dear. So she shakes her head, suddenly very worried. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a break. Besides, I'm not the best person to explain the big things to anyone. What is the revolution you mentioned? A defeat, I'm afraid. The people of this archipelago tried to build something new, something different. The rest of the world didn't like it, so they came and ended it. That was 42 years ago. Huh. What does that have to do if they're not in cops? But I'm a cop. Whatever it hasn't stopped me. Oh, of course, sweetie. I really don't know how to explain it better. I'm just a poor woman, she thinks. Well, I know these things, so how can I help you? What did I do? You're doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering things. History and places. Remembering reality in a word. It's very odd. Sigh, the lieutenant buries his nose in his notebook. But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs, and, well, I'm no doctor. Such bouts of amnesia are often temporary, so I wouldn't worry too much. She means it sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good. Who could tell me more? Someone more educated in sweeping matters? Maybe she'd ask... She turns to the lieutenant. No, he looks away. I'm not an encyclopedia. I won't be a guide either. I'm a detective. Of course, she turns to you. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you'd find a wealthy person in Martinet. Hold on. Sorry, I got a text. Huh. Well... How would you like to roll with me? Her eyes light up. Whatever do you mean? I want you to be my wheelchaired partner in fighting crime, ridding backyards of corpses, and catching sequence killers. Sequence killers? Oh my, she sounds impressed. But I think you already have a partner, sweetie. Partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree. Kim, of course, I forgot I had you! You're probably right. Alright, I gotta get going. Good luck with your case. Well, shit. Maybe the wind has changed. It's been a little bit. Alright, let's do this. Ah, okay. As you breathe, the odor comes over you. It's a spell of the mind telling you to run. Your stomach can ring itself empty. With your hands at your sides and your eyes squinting, you stand in it. Do they always do that? They do after 7 days, yes. We're in deep composition here. Okay, the man before you is naked, but a pair of underpants and enameled boots. His skin is greenish, marbled decaying veins and blotched by lividity. A fading web of tattoos covers his chest and shoulders. The cargo belt used to fasten him to the branch above appears industrial in strength. Boots. Their material appears to be ceramic. Its clean white stands in stark contrast to the decaying flesh above the knee. The man wore thick polymer socks, probably for padding. A fine array of interlocking plates covers them. Delicate and fragile, they feel alien to the world around you. Out of place somehow. These aren't just boots, they're armor. Indeed. With his notebook under his arm, the lieutenant crouches to inspect the soles. Technically speaking, these are sabatons, not boots. What kind of armor is this exactly? Ceramic plate, zinc-tronium dioxide most likely. This is where the make would be. Where? Under the heel. Fair weather. He turns to the boot slightly. Fair weather model T500 VE. I'm guessing this is virtuous enamel. Enamel. This is advanced stuff. What happened to the rest of it? Locals probably scavenged it. Would be odd if he had more on after 7 days. Should keep a lookout for these pieces. The armor could yield information. You know, Sir Kuno. Maybe he'll know something. Yeah, understood. Hold on. 1 second. Okay. Sure looks out of place here. It is. It's expensive. The lieutenant draws a line on the condensation on the ceramic with his index finger. We've requested similar material for our tactical units for years now. The constabularies deemed it too costly. In that time, we've lost 6 men to semi-automatics. How much are we talking? For a full set, about 4 years of wages. The Northwest Region Revocol, an officer's average yearly income is 5,500 real, unadjusted for rank. How could this man afford such expensive hardware? That's for us to find out. My initial report on this area suggests he was security guard for the harbor company, but that's just hearsay. Initial report? Just something I scraped together from my station. An area report on Martinet. I'm sure he did the same. He's not actually sure of that. He's just being tactful. He's like pretty advanced for a security guard. I agree, this equipment is way beyond what a guard can afford. Small bell-like sound fills the air, like tapping on the side of a porcelain cup. Sounds fragile. It's anything but. This material is a kinetic redistributor. It spreads kinetic energy horizontally from plate to plate, dissipating it entirely. He points to the boots. See? Faint organic lines cover the plates where they separate into smaller ones. These plates then divide into smaller plates until there are hundreds of them all together. Like whirls of floorboards, the design looks organic, influenced by highly resistant wood materials like lignum vitae and ebony, perhaps. What does this remind me of? Trees were made of porcelain. This is what the cross sections would look like. Smooth, glossy surface fractures into ever more intricate interconnections. Peeking on the right sabaton where you notice the whorls are in the shape of a letter and number combination. E50.100.1000. Looks like there's a serial number. Good, can you read it to me? Okay. We have a make and number. That's something. We can use the radio and make a Nemo when we're done. Either station can chase it for us. This feels dangerous, are you sure? You know what, probably better not to pull the boot off. How about the belt? Hangman's knot is pulled tight by the weight of the corpse below. Yellow hard edge polyester cuts into his neck. Above the sliding buckle ties the belt to the branch. This is a steel reinforced cargo lashing belt. Big brother of the regular cargo belt. It's used for tying cargo under 6-rotor airships. Don't ask me how I know, but this is a lashing belt used for airlifting cargo. Airlifting? I thought it was used on lorries for strapping cargo to them. Apparently this is the reinforced kind, for air transport. My brain tells me so. You know, it's the local harbor uses 6 rotors to shuffle containers around. I get the sense they used whatever was on hand without paying much attention to not incriminating themselves. Alright, we're assuming dock workers from the harbor did it? The brief suggested as much. Politically motivated by the ongoing strike. Did you not get a briefing? No, they might have forgotten to brief me. Then you should ask me the first moment we get. Okay, they want him to stay up there. The rope is reinforced with steel wiring. Afraid it would be. He rises to inspect the noose. Thin steel wiring, parallel strands. This makes getting him down more problematic than I had assumed. How did they even get him up there? A noose is one of those things that's easier to use one way around. Points to the buckle, tying the belt to the branch above. Climb using a kid's ladder? That ladder can't carry a grown man. I don't see any splintering either. Do you? I think they lassoed the branch, then pulled on the belt to close the buckle. Hold on, I'll be right back. I need more water. I'm really thirsty. 1 second. Ah, shit. Ow. No. Stop it. Ow. Okay. Cadaver hangs from the cargo belt, limbs limp. Inspect the tattoos. An intricate web of blue lines stretch across the torso, from the right shoulder to the solar plexus. Each time they intersect, a small white star is formed in their crossing. Hundreds of fading asterisks riddle his skin. Their concentration is highest around his heart. His corpse is marked by stars. What will mine be marked by? Alcohol and heartbreak. This is a map of the night sky? Map of the stars. He turns around to breathe before inspecting closer. I do see some similarity to the astronomical charts. Great Century Mezzanine maybe, but this seems more particular. Customized somehow. As if someone left out the most of the night sky, filtering it through personal choice. The principle of this filter remains unknown to you. The thought dissipates as you feel as though you're only half right. I'm missing something. So am I. Sudden ringing fills the air as the lieutenant pulls down the zipper of his orange jacket. Takes a thin piece of milled aluminum from his coat pocket and pulls it open. Sounds like a sword being unsheathed. A small lens appears. Some sort of camera. What's that? A Trigat Sunshine Mini. Trigat is the world's leading manufacturer of intercommunication devices, primarily projectors. The camera before you looks familiar somehow. Shit, Kuna, what the fuck is that? An instant color camera. He produces 2 metal-capped ampoules and clicks them into place on the side of the apparatus. A thin slot shines there. This is the first time he openly acknowledges the kid's existence. I have only 2 ampoules, so nobody move. I don't want to waste one. He points the corpse, peering into it. The lens needs adjusting. Then a sound, a shrill flash, followed by the breaking of the small ampoule of the glass. You see streams of color pour onto the thick, glossy piece of paper rolling out. On it, a color-perfect copy of the dead man's tattooed chest. In case we need it, the lieutenant says and shakes the paper, letting it dry in the cold wind. Huh. Cool machine. Yes, he slides the camera closed and tucks it away in his belt. It is pretty cool, isn't it? There's only 1 ampoule left. Use it wisely. What do we need this photo for? Contains insight to the victim's person. By his build, I'd say he was a man of physical violence. The story he wanted his body to tell was important to him. It's his letter to us. Someone should decipher it. We'll need to show it around. I have it. I should look at it later without the corpse smell. Sure, just don't lose it. He hands you the piece of rolled up photo paper. It's no larger than a pack of cigarettes. His eyes are milky white and blind to the world, protruding comically from their sockets. There's no one home, just subaquatic terrors there. Dark brown hair grows on his head. His face is ready to explode from the organic processes inside. The death's head grin is past. What remains is an unrecognizable mess. Underneath the curdled meat, there is an expression, not carried on his features, but below, inside, an expression of pleasure. This man was experiencing joy at the moment of his death. Tell me, who are you, dead man? I'm gone. Where have you gone? Into the wild pale yonder. Where is that? In the past, way out west. What is happening? What do you mean? I'm talking to you. It's the power of your black frothy liquid starts bubbling on his lips. Imagination. Yeah, man, don't be crazy. Inanimate objects and dead people can't really talk to you. Your wild imagination's doing this. Ask some more of those questions you love so much. I see you're gone, but who are you? I'm a joke. Look at me. Well, there's nothing funny about you. There's nothing funny about jokes either. Who were you when you were alive? A killer. A motherfucker and a killer. I have another question for you. Go ahead, Kobo. Why were you feeling pleasure when you died? Maybe I was getting my rocks off? So you were feeling sexual arousal when they were hanging you. Do I look like a Naruto? Yeah, sure. Captain Copodromo, I fear we're drifting away, fixating on sexuality again. Let's go to the simpler question. Why do I love questions so much? Because you're a Caparoni. Look at all of them go. Do you have more questions? Yeah, give me more questions. Give me a comical amount of questions. Why do I feel like I've forgotten something terrible? Because I have. Who killed you? Love did me in, Brother Copo. It was love all along. Can you ask me a question? Sure, Lobo, I can ask you a question. Why are you doing this? What? Looking in my face, motionless, looking in my eyes, standing here. Why are you investigating my murder? Maybe this will lead to something... Something indescribable. Unforeseen? Miraculous? Ha! The clown lips on the corpse appear to smile. The face rotates before you slowly. Is my name Rooney? Fuck no, you're no Rooney. Of course not. The name is Raphael Ambrosius Cousteau. Listen to yourself. You're not a Raphael anything. You're probably just Harry or something. That's right, Harry. Could I really be Harry? You can be anything you want to be, Brother Capo. Alright, enough. You narrow your eyes, the monster before you blurs into a violent mess of green and pink. Only the lower extremities are pink with a dash of blue. His fatted hands, thighs, and his neck. Just above the noose, the rest of the corpse appears dark green in the cold spring air. Alright. How do we get him down? Kim stops to think, then checks his notes. Are you sure we finished the preliminary examination of the cadaver? We might miss some of the things once he's down. Oh, let's have another look real fast. Something I need to know, corpse man. Of course, you have questions, don't you? The power of your imagination's at your service. I hate you, you stink and you're boring. Do I remind you of someone? Child born with Muller's disease. Harlequinism. Grown up miraculously. Huh. Myself in the bathroom mirror. There you go. Look at that bright kid. We're birds of a feather, you and I. Soon you'll just be like me. Just keep drinking and having a good time. It's a matter of weeks. Preliminary's done. Get him down. The steel reinforced belt presents a unique challenge. I brought some chain cutters, but I don't see a good angle to approach the belt. The cadaver is a good 1 to 2 meters up, or 1.2 meters up. Neither one of us can reach the belt without assistance, and even if doing so, there's a question of cutting the airship strength material. Asked for help from the harbor? I was really hoping we wouldn't. The Union appear to be suspects in the case. Seems like dangerous route to go. Let's reconsider. Can someone else do it? Someone else? I mean, like, the police? I mean, someone who's below detective. Someone like a paid garbage man or cleaning crew? I have bad news for you. That is a detective. It's hard, but I assure you the others won't come to help us. We have a growing sanitary concern here. We need to get them down fast. Could saw the branch? Come up there and saw the branch? Yeah, it seems dangerous. Maybe we could shoot him down? Ugh, fuck off, kid. Lieutenant remains unaffected. How? Oh, just, you know, shoot up there maybe. Shoot the belt, the bolt will break it. Yeah. Ugh. I'll let him choose. Well, this is on him now. Tikajel A990. Armistice mass-produced muzzleloader. Ascetic, frugal, one of the most common firearms in the world. He then steps back and assumes the follows his position. Taking aim, the corner of his eye twitches, his finger on the trigger. Easy does it. Kid's voice drowned in a shrill blast echoes off the walls of surrounding tenements. A cloud of smoke slowly parts the air as the lieutenant steps back and says to himself, God damn it. Feels bad about it. About his eyes mostly, just having bad eyesight. Probably from a young age. Whatever you do, do not console him. It's okay, man. Try again? No. What now? That's it, we gotta ask for help. How do we get inside the harbor? From the gates by negotiating or fighting. I'm unenthusiastic about fighting. We can find some secret third path. That's unlikely, though. Ask the suspects for help with the victim's body. To be indebted to the Evart Claire? Very much yes, which is why I would have preferred us to handle this ourselves. Clearly we can't. Evart Claire. Leader of the Union. A dangerous and corrupt man, from what I hear. You don't want to owe him much. Kids fucking suck. Alright, wait, hold on. There's some... Alright, well... Let's see, where are we? Who to Saint, Kesher AP. What's in the trash? The bottles inside. You could pick them up if you had a bag. This book has a rose, a pistol, and a half-naked dame on its cover. On the cover stands a very muscular man surrounded by flames.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open.
Hello.
Are you interested in a new and exciting book?
Is it okay if I ask you some questions?
Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
What's your name? My name's Annette, sir. My mom, her name's whatever the fuck. I don't care anymore. She owns the store. She's inside, minding the register, or organizing the stock. The girl gazes at the window, then suddenly jolts, her eyes wide as if recalling something. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. Are you standing out here in the cold because... I'm signaling that the store is open, she nods eagerly. Otherwise people might not know. They'll miss out on crime, romance, and biographies of famous people. A sudden gush of wind turns the pages on the books and the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold. Such a good trooper you are. Already learning the value of hard work. Alright. Okay, bye. Huh. Well, shop owner might know something.
Welcome to Crime, Romance, and Biographies of Famous People. My name is Plaisance.
Plaisance? Okay.
Be welcome. And please take responsibility for the energy you bring into this space.
A golden pendant hangs around the woman's neck, in the shape of what looks like a tiny fish head trapped in amber. We're going, you seem to be well off enough. So, you're the owner of the store?
I am the proudest owner of our little shop of culture.
Okay. She has fine-tuned her voice to find the most welcoming approach for attracting new customers. It doesn't work. Your daughter's the one standing outside the store, right? And yes, my daughter. I hope she wasn't slacking off again with her nose in science fiction. Tell me, was she at her post doing her job like a proper girl? Yes, of course. Wonderful. Did you talk to her? Yes. Great. On a scale of 1 to 10, how compelled were you to buy books after talking with her? Her opinion of her daughter depends on how well she lured you into the store. I'm not going to grade a human being. I don't do that. Come now, it's not personal. It's about proper sales practices and market research. She crosses her arms. I expect an answer. 10. My precious! Her dedication brings joy to my heart. She's immensely satisfied with the answer. If you have children, I hope they turn out as great as my Annette. Ugh. Anyway, I'm here to dismantle the free market and abolish child labor. You must be kidding. There's nothing like that happening. Depends. How much do you pay the kid? Good sir, what does a young child do with money anyway? No, I save it for her as a fund. She's securing her financial future out there. I mean, I'm not just gonna arrest this woman. Indeed, her voice was decisive and sharp as a knife. Are we done with the jokes now? Yes, we've had couldn't have fun here. The lieutenant taps his foot. The way you're handling her strikes me as wrong. Mind your own business, sir. Her posture becomes very rigid. In our society, people don't get to tell each other how to raise their children. It's none of your or anyone's business. Fine, let's change the subject. What if I want to buy a book? Why are you talking to me? Everything's on the shelves to browse. Don't you feel compelled to buy anything? She fiddles with her pendant, and then waves her bony fingers directly at you. See those shelves there? Go, be drawn. So what kind of books do you have? Everything's on the shelves. Take a look yourself. She nudges her glasses. The shelves compel you, don't they? Ugh. She's attempting to mentally direct you towards the shelves. She only wants you to buy the goods. She doesn't care about the books. Do you even know what books you have for sale? She scoffs. Truth be told, not really. My sister brings in most of the goods. I'm sure it's all very literary stuff with well-written prose. But you don't learn about the important things in life from fabricated stories. Wait, shouldn't a storekeeper know about her wares? I provide a valuable service. As long as people buy books, I'm fine. She wiggles her bony fingers at you. Well, where do you learn about the important things then? The truth is available if you know where to look, and you just have to open and free your mind to understand. She nods at you cryptically. Fine, I'll take a look. Farewell, book peddler. Gift books and molten candy. Old sports magazines. What's this desk? Mountain of board games. Small mountain of colorful board game boxes. There are numerous types of games for all ages. A lot of shelf space seems taken up by Oral-related merchandise. Storekeep, what board games do you have here? Wonderful board games, sir. The Viticulturist is a classic for sure. Or perhaps you'd like Archipelago Joseph Insuland, a very educational game for those interested in geography. Royal Britter is a fun game of economic competition. It can get quite intense after a while. We have games for the whole family. You can play with your children. Who are you going to play board games with? Do you have friends or family? Do I have friends? Are you actually friends or just colleagues thrown together by circumstance? I don't feel so bad any kids. Friends are technically like family. She fiddles with her pendant, thinking. For playing with friends, I'd recommend Suits or Any. It's a civilization-building game where you build a civilization, then set off to brutally colonize and repress other civilizations. It'll cost 10 real. So what are those, we're-all things? Oh, Ziora's there, she shudders. No role-playing games are popular among those types, you know, who are into those kinds of things. Personally, I don't like. Not at all. I heard they turn people into occult enthusiasts. They have rituals where they try and summon entities. Highly immoral stuff. You can still buy them, though. She looks at the table, crossing her arms. An endless variety of source books, lore books, and codices litter the table. The topmost book is entitled Welkin Compendium, 2nd edition. There's also a large hardbound tome with intricate cover art. The hunters have Katuak, Boreal Creature Compendium, and a Pick Your Path adventure game book titled Tales of Ural, Cavern of Velkrog. Anything catches my eye? There's a box that says Ural, 3rd edition, Mega Setting, Supplements Module, Side panel notes, a fantastic adventure board game, new maps and miniatures. Sticker on display is 25 real. The book collects the national recipes of Arda that are all about lake trout. I'm still wearing those gloves. Quaint picture book brochure, very colorful. It's a tome of fascist magic. Rather fascist magic? What? Shelf of biographies. Okay. Hey, storekeep, anything to note on the shelf? I'd say, the woman hums to herself, the greatest innocence, yes, most certainly. It's an important educational tool, delving into the depths of history, religion, and their relation to inocentric power. Or what is an innocence? A very influential historical figure, but surely I don't have to tell you that. She waves her hand as if casting aside the thought. You're a law officer, and law officers have at least some education. Jeez. The book is also very daring. The author aims to re-examine the universal understandings of the inocentric system, creating a fresh vantage point and shift in the entire order of things. So you recommend it? Certainly. It's prudent for a person to have at least an elementary understanding of history and society. Imagine the chaos would be in otherwise. Alright, well, I need money to buy it. I don't know, guys. I'm sort of beat. I'm going to be doing that Mega Variety stream tomorrow. I think I'm gonna call it. In all honesty. This is a really cool game, though. I'm definitely gonna have to play this more on my free time. And... because, this seems like something you should experience. Or maybe I'll pull it out during the Mega Variety stream tomorrow as well. Who knows? Anything can happen there. But yeah, 10:30 we start, and then we keep going. But for now, let's go. Let's go raid Viking Blonde. Will, let's go raid him. He's cool. Another one. Yeah, one of the all-nighters. I'm gonna start at 10:30 in the morning. And then go until I can't. I bought caffeinated beverages and everything. But yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow, yeah? Have a good night, everyone.